Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Gaming Enforcement Agency, episode 86, if I'm not mistaken. Joining me in that second slot is Ace. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm back in the number 2 slot, bully. Get down there, push him down. Push him down. Number 3, mate. I'm here. I'm the number 2 man.
Now, not saying anything here, bully, but you did take a few weeks off, mate. How was your trip?
It was very nice, and it'll tie in very nicely to the game we're talking about today, but very, very sad sitting on the plane coming back from the US on Friday last week.
I bet you were, mate, but I can tell you, it is very nice to have you back here in the country. And, of course, tonight's game is Madden 24. I picked it up as part of Game Pass, so played it on the Xbox Series X. Let's Install went up live on the channel today, and then the footage you're seeing on screen now is my first Madden game in over a year, I reckon. I did win it, but it was set to the noob difficulty, and I was honestly button mashing. I've got no idea what I was doing. If anyone can look at here, maybe tell me the team I was playing as or against. But Ace, you've played a lot more than I have, mate.
Don't tell me you're playing as a dirty rotten Eagles.
I don't know. I was playing the team with the white tops. That was me.
That was the Eagles by the looks of it. He's just gone for the best team in the comp. He's gone for the highest overall rating, and he's tried to jag a win. Now, look, I'm a Madden man from way back, and this is just another fine installment of the game. I've actually took a break. I think the last one I had was 2020. And then I heard that this one was the bee's knee, so I went out and jagged myself a copy.
And that was on PS5, mate?
PS5, yep, and it has lived up to every expectation. The new running mechanics, the new blocking mechanics, the new passing mechanic, the new graphic mode, obviously, on the upgraded PS5. The game runs smoothly, plays really well. I'm really enjoying it, and for the first time ever, I'm actually playing the Ultimate Team, which I'm fully addicted in, and if you're an Ultimate Team pro, then you'll know the sort of the level of grind that you have to put into it, but the level of enjoyment of opening a pack of cards and getting yourself a 90 overall Calvin Johnson legend card. But if you're not, I understand that a lot of people sort of stick with the franchise modes. Bully, your thoughts?
I've never really gotten into the Ultimate Team in any of the EA games, so I generally go one or two modes. I'll either do a franchise mode, set up my own team, and play through it that way, or do the create a character and basically put myself in as a quarterback of the team and play through that way. But I'm sort of the same. I generally, with sports games, sort of dip in and out of them a little bit. You might go for a 2 or 3 year hiatus of not playing them because, let's be honest, from year to year, they're generally fairly similar with updated rosters. And as you said, you might get some improved visuals and a couple of mechanics. And I always find that's the best way for me to come back into them is to take a break for a couple of years and then come back into it. And you've got, a dozen new improvements. The graphics look a hell of a lot better, and you've just got a better interface to play with as well. So that's generally the way I like running through sports games.
Now, first off, Ace, I've got to ask if I'm assuming that money, cards opening mechanic is the same as MLB's card mechanic. So, no, my question to you, mate, is how much money have you dropped into it?
Well, my mate, when he came around and introduced me, he goes, you can buy stuff on here. And I'm like, well, I don't buy things on video games. And I dropped $20 within about the first 15 minutes. And since then, I've said, no, I've got to go back to my original style. As the interest rates are going up, I've got to tighten the belt buckles a little bit. So, no, I'm grinding my way through it, but I could very well see myself easily dropping coin. And one of the big characters that was released just yesterday was Adrian Peterson. And I thought to myself, oh, how much is he? It's 150 Australian dollars. And I thought, God damn, EA.
That sounds like a bargain.
You're charging more for Adrian Peterson than you actually charge for the game. So, but I'm more than willing to wait it out, and I'll get my Adrian Peterson at some stage, but not for $150. But
well, just remember, Ace, if you haven't used the excuse yet, you get one. You can blame your kids to your missus. No, my son's jumped on there. He's hit the X button. It wasn't me.
He loves Adrian Peterson. Who? Walker, tell him, Adrian Peterson. He'll be looking at me dumbfounded.
How about you, Bully? Do you ever invest in the purchasing of cards?
Oh, I never do it. Never. I'll just grind it out. My question is, I think, and I'm not sure it's with previous Madden games that I've played. Ace, and you might be able to help me out with this one, whether it's either Madden or some of the other Ultimate Teams in either FIFA or the NBA and those sort of games. But you open the packs of cards, but quite often you'd get access to players that you could only use them for a certain amount of games. Is that
no?
So with this, or is it once you pull them from a pack, that's it? They're in your team.
I'm glad you asked this question because this was the thing that kept me away from Ultimate Team for a very long time, and it was the very first question I asked my friend, Big Mick. Shout out to you, who came around the other day, and I said, mate, last time I played these Ultimate Teams in NBA, you get to use the character for like 5 games, and I go, it's crap. And he goes, no, you get to keep the player. And I was like, oh, well, that changes everything. Now you actually get to just build your team. And, at the moment, I've got Michael Vick as my quarterback throwing to Randy Moss, and I've got Odell Beckham Jr. as my other wide receiver. And I just picked up Jason Kelsey and Rob Gronkowski as my 2 tight ends. And then my defense, I've got Aaron Donald. And
have you, just out of interest, you spoke about Kelsey. Have you managed to pull Taylor Swift out for the crowd
No,
animations?
but every time I score a touchdown, I do look into the crowd to see if they did give her a cameo, but she's not out there. So shout out to G.E.A. You got to chuck her in there somewhere.
That's it. I was going to say I'm out then, unless G.E.A. can get her image up in the crowds, high five, and
you'd be in for $500 for a bit of Tay-Tay, wouldn't you, Bully?
Oh, mate, I'd drop 500 for a bit of Tay-Tay in the crowd. No doubt about that.
I could see the Swifties lining up for Madden 24 if she makes an appearance.
EA, money's on the table. Come in, swoop it up. Bully, have you gone hands-on with the career mode at all? Can you speak to that one?
I haven't put a lot of time into the career mode. What I have put a bit of time into, and it's funny, just coming back from overseas, so we spend a bit of time. We've got family over in Dallas, and my young cousin that we spent a bit of time with. He's the same age as my eldest, but he's big into Madden. So we were, and probably a long time since I've done actual sit down and done a lot of couch co-op together. So the two of us would sit there and challenge each other to games, and he'd sort of set up, the field, and for some reason he always wanted it snowing. I don't know why. You can set up the field however you want it, but I spent quite a few hours sitting down with him and a bit of trash talk going back and forth, because despite the fact that he's 11 years old, he knows all the players, and Adrian Peterson's his favourite for Minnesota, even though he's a Dallas Cowboys fan. But he knows all the plays. He's right into it. He knows all the plays, and it's quite funny when you talk about the mechanics. And I heard Ace just before we started up was just about how the game of NFL actually works, and it's you referred to it a little bit of chess. Yeah. So you've got your offense and your defense. So the offense will run a play, and the defense has sort of got to try and guess whether it's a pass play, a run play, and how that's going to play out. And what you can actually do, and my young cousin was quite good at it, is you'd set up a play and he'd go, without him being able to see what play you picked, he would go look at the formation of your offense and go, no, I think you're going to do a pass play, but he's set up for a run defense. What he'd actually do is on the fly, while you're before you set the play in motion, he will then alter his defense to match your offense. So then he'd change. You might move players across or move someone from close in to further back to cover a long pass and stuff like that. So there's a lot of the audibles that is what they're called for anyone that follows the NFL. They'll call audibles and basically change your predetermined play to match whatever offense or defense you're playing against. So there is quite a bit into it. It's not just a matter of jumping in and, as you said, Troy, sort of button mashing, I should say. There is a bit of thought that goes into it, and a bit of process as to how you run it. And it is quite, for anyone that follows the NFL regularly, and I watch probably 3 or 4 games at least a week. It's quite in line with real world NFL football, in that the setup of the plays and how you sort of progress down the field and that sort of stuff. Unless you drop it right back to, I can see on the screen there, I think you've pulled off a play that I don't think you'd ever see in the NFL. But,
button mashing for the win.
Button mashing and dropping it down to the lowest level. But taking all that out of it, there's actually quite a bit of element of skill and thought that goes into it. And as I said, even young kids that I play against that have a good understanding of NFL and have a good understanding of the game can actually, play pretty well at it.
Let me ask you this about your 11-year-old cousin, Bully. How rate him on the trash talk front? What sort of scores he pulling in?
Oh, 15 out of 10.
Oh, he's nice. And in fact, is there a favourite call?
Nothing that I can repeat at the moment. But
perfect.
He was. I haven't seen this for a long time. Outside of online play, I was throwing a beatdown on him. I'll be brutally honest with Justin Herbert. I followed the LA Chargers. Justin Herbert's their quarterback. I was tossing dimes left, right, and centre and touchdowns. And I think I got 3 or 4 touchdowns in front in the last quarter, and he rage quit on me.
Did he flip the couch on the way out of the room?
Oh, just about. And then his dad came in and said, "Oh, what's going on?" And he said, I said, "Oh, he just rage quit on me." And he goes, "Were you giving him a beat down?" I go, "Yeah, of course I was." And I got a high five from the dad, and good.
Perfect. I love it. Ace, have you done any local multiplayer or online for that matter, mate? How'd you find it?
Well, I tell you, I play on, I think, the hardest difficulty when I'm just doing like franchise or career mode. And so I figured I kind of put myself up there, thought, I'm a bit of an all right Madden player. I've played a couple of people who've come around a bit local. I've towed them up and I said, there you go, look at this guy. So I was in my ultimate team the other day and I clicked on a thing to go on an online battle. And this guy absolutely tore me the biggest reaming in the whole world, and he was calling audibles left, right, and center, and he was moving players around, and he blocked a pass that I'd threw, and I ended up just going start, PlayStation, quit, shut down, and I think he got 2 touchdowns up on me in the first half the first quarter, and I was like, I'm not a very good Madden player. Solo, I'm great though, so.
So tell me, Billy, have you come back and gone online? Have you reinstalled Madden? Are you currently playing?
No, but I will jump back. Did you say it was on Game Pass? Because
10-hour trial, 10-hour trial through Game Pass.
Yeah, so that's how I played it, was a 10-hour trial. So I'd basically run through my 10 hours, and I'd done the same thing, Troy. I jumped on and thought, I'd pulled a couple of packs. So I just sort of have a quick look at the Ultimate Team. I pulled a couple of packs and thought, I'll jump online and have a quick crack. And I was the same. By the end of the first quarter, I think it was 4 touchdowns to nothing, and I was pretty much the same. Let's just get this over and done with. I've had enough. But I did make a promise to the cousin, because he was getting quite involved in us all playing together. So I did mention to him that I would buy it when I come back, and we'd jump online and have a bit of online play against each other. But I think I'll steer clear of the randoms in Ultimate Team. I'll just beat down an 11-year-old kid. That'll do me.
Fair enough. Can I pitch this to you blokes then? Could we have a G.E.A. live match-off between Bully and Ace? How about that, guys? Would you participate in a versus game against each other?
Hey, you know me. I'm wearing the crown at the moment, so if Bully wants a crack at it, here it is, mate. Come and have a crack.
With the crown, I think the last time we did a game was PGA, wasn't it? And I'm still wearing that crown, my friend.
How did that game fit? After the first couple of rounds of that, when I was working things out, I think I came home strong. I was like eagle, birdie. I was coming real fast up behind.
You did.
Oh, you were coming fast, but you weren't there at the end. So
I noticed you never invited me for a rematch.
Well, one's on the table for Madden 24. In summary, guys, do me a favor. I'm not going to throw a score at this. I know nothing about the sport. It would be irrelevant. But Ace, do me a favor, mate. Slap a score on this out of 10. How do you place Madden 24?
Look, with all your Madden games and your NBA 2Ks and stuff like that, it's hard to sort of really give it a score. So I'll just give it an overall rating versus other Madden games. And for me, this is the pinnacle of Madden games at the moment. And I'm sure, my theory is always wait about 3 years, then I get the next one. So I'm sure in the next 3 years, we'll see one that will knock this one off the top. But for me, this is the best Madden game to date.
Nice one. Yourself, Bully?
Yeah, I'm probably the same. And you've probably given me a bit of an impetus there, Ace, just to jump back into it and try the Ultimate Team. If you do end up holding the characters that you pull, I'll probably end up putting a bit more time into that. But certainly once I do go out and grab it and start filling my team up, I'm more than happy to sit down and give you a challenge.
Great work. Great work, fellas.
A challenge? I mean a beatdown.
I know how to rage quit now, so.
Beautiful work, fellas. Thank you very much for joining me for episode 86, I believe. Yes, 86 of the Gaming Enforcement Agency. This was Madden 24, and I'll tentatively suggest to the viewers maybe there'll be a live Let's Play between these two fine gentlemen at some point in the near future on the Gaming Enforcement Agency. Jesus, Ace has cracked out the guns. Look out. Thank you very much, viewers. Stick around. Of course, Geek Aloud, home of the Let's Install series, but you can also like it, subscribe it. You'll never miss it. Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's something.